what the fabric looks and feels like, and then from there you go and order yourself. So this is the website. I'm just going to leave it up there. I actually just going to open it up to questions. I can go into specifically the products or the Chinese operation if someone has some real interest. Otherwise, I'll just open it up to questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it just suits, shirts?
We do suits, shirts, accessories, and outerwear, so trench coats and blazers, as well as cufflinks and ties.
What if it doesn't fit?
Yes. We offer free alterations up to $25. You take it to your local tailor. You just get it done there, and then you go online, you put in the information, like the location of your tailor, and then you just tell us how much it cost you, and you update your profile. You just tell us, took it in an inch here, took it in an inch there. It automatically updates your profile for the next time around, and then we refund you paid on.
Nice.
Yes.
Do you plan on staying on your own, or are you going to be affiliated with local tailors?
Well, that's actually the hope. That's why we're not asking for a receipt at the moment. We're just asking for people to put in the locations of the tailor shops, and then over time, we're assuming that maybe 40% of everybody in Vancouver goes to one place, and then we'll probably partner with them and just build them directly, get built from them directly. Yes?
What are the working conditions of the people who do the tailor?
Perfect. I was hoping you'd ask that. We named this IndoChino because we wanted to make Asia a focus of what we're doing. And this actually is a really unique part. It took us an extra 4 months to start up as a result of it. In China, this operation doesn't exist. If you want to do tailor-made suits, you have to do an order of 200 at a time. So as a result, we ended up trying to negotiate with some polo sport suppliers as well as some Perriella suppliers. Didn't work, really, really expensive. So what we did is we went into the heart of the tailoring district in Shanghai, and we started partnering with local tailors there, one-on-one, and we actually collaborated with them. We built this operation from scratch with them. And so as a result, we have an office space about the size of right here. The order comes in, and we own 2 master tailors that really understand the measurement process, and they do the major cutting of the suit. We then farm the suit out to partner tailors in the region, so right in the heart of the district. We've got really good relationships with who actually do the assembly. And then my business partner / quality control person does the quality control on the spot, and then we farm it out to partner courier who deals with all of our packaging. So the business side of this is really good. Is we can be in a space this small, and we can easily do 1,000 suits a month because it's just a matter of expanding our partner tailors in the region.
So you're confident of your scalability?
Very confident. Yes, I mean it's going to be a nightmare. Don't get me wrong, but it allows us to also go up and down with demand and not get affected. Now, why this is great for the partner tailors we're working with is because we're not paying for the factory, because we're not paying for the extra transportation costs of coming in and out of Shanghai, because we're not paying for the equipment because it's owned by the tailors. We're actually paying a third of the price compared to going with a factory model, while at the same time paying more than anybody in the region to these tailors. So we're actually the premium price supplier to these people. And the big thing as well is because it's been a huge added into the factory work, a lot of these people had to close down their shops and move out of the city. We also have mothers working from their homes and giving jobs to people that haven't been able to actually work up until this point. So it's a total win-win situation for the people we're working with as well as for us.
Questions?
Yes, I could take her first and I'll go next. Yes.
Women's too, yeah?
Eventually. Women, a lot harder to measure, they're a lot more picky. We find stuff like guys
For good
like
reason.
avoid shopping. That said, we really do think there's a market for atypical bodies, and I mean, we've got a lot of them. They spend $100 more per person online per month, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff, so something down the road, but just setting up this operation with guys.
Don't underestimate that market. I hate shopping other users for money.
Oh, and I totally agree. It's something, I mean, putting the men's together has been a nightmare. It's going to take time, but we got to figure it out now.
Maybe a female version of you to wear those
Oh my
clothes.
God.
It's a little more attractive to me, though. So, yes.
I have an A and a B. A, are you using any sustainable materials? And B, is it going to say made in China or made in Canada?
Oh no, definitely made in China. There's no question about it. We're just like forefront of our message. And sustainable materials is something we want to do down the road. We're actually looking at it. We just actually met with a bamboo supplier who does bamboo fabrics. It's something we really want to focus on. I mean, our major targets, the youth and the university market, we know love that. And it's something that I feel we're talking about coming from Victoria. So it's something we're very green over there. But something definitely we want to do. It's hard to find a fabric, especially in the early goings, putting together the concept. It just adds one
They're more
more.
expensive.
Not even necessarily. Bamboo fabrics aren't necessarily more expensive at all. It's one more thing to add to the complexity of our supply chain already. So baby steps. Yes, sorry.
Where do you anticipate your greatest competitive threat from, and what's going to be your response?
Oh,
Sure.
SWOT analysis, please. Thanks.
I mean, the biggest threat is somebody like a Land's End or a Zara just throws like $3 million at this right off the bat and blows us out of the water.
Or buys you.
Or, I mean, well, ideally, and that's why I mean, we're going for a very big growth trajectory. in the early goings, we're really kind of keeping our prices low. And there's also a lot of companies doing this already in Asia. They're doing a really, really poor job of it, really unusable websites, really, really ugly. Why we think it's going to be a while before people get to that point, though, is because we've gotten rid of all the middlemen in our supply chain, because we don't have 3 sourcing agents, because we're not paying for high-cost storefront, because we're not paying for employees. We're at a price point, and we're making money at a price point that nobody currently in the supermarket can compete with us at. So the operation and the headaches we've gone through and the uniqueness we've had to put into the operation, we really do feel it would take a good few months before anybody can kind of catch up to us on that level. So I do feel that we can hold off for a while at least. Yeah. Yes?
Are there any copyright concerns? You're basically copying patents.
Yeah, with suits, I mean, it's one of those things. It's a very gray area, but it's one of those things too where, unless it's a very, very specific design, like a certain color or a certain design on the back of a collar or a certain stitch and a certain thing, it's nothing that they can do. We're essentially copying Zara's business model in that we reproduce trends close enough, but we're not crossing any lines or doing a blatant Armani copy or something.
2 minutes.
So, yes.
Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know how much of this you could share, but rough gross margins and also the repeatability. How many of your customers come back for a second suit, a shirt?
No, for sure. We've had a really high repeatability because that's the beauty of our site. Once you've got the perfect measurements, your next suit purchase is point-click buy. So it actually makes it an impulse purchase, and it actually saves you a hell of a lot of time. You don't have to go to the 10 stores again. You don't have to go for alterations again. It's done. So
More than half come back, or?
yeah, far more than half from our customers so far. It's been really, really positive. As far as gross margin is concerned, right now on a $265 suit, we make a margin of about $30. On a $350 suit, it's more. And because the cost for a $350 suit more or less is the same, it's just a matter of branding and the exclusiveness of the fabric. So we don't get access to 20 years of the fabric and whatnot. So, yes.
Once I'm all measured up and order my thing online,
Yes.
sort of like a hot pink suit column that you get.
Yes, right. Put that on the together.
DemoCamp04.
Within 2 weeks. So it's made and then UPS 1 to 2.
So if we order today, we'd have one for the next demo camp.
Yes.
Ooh! Yeah, baby.
Yes, and
Let's all do it.
Not in the current. We got to be sure. If you want to talk afterwards, though.
Okay, cool. It's for Boris, but
It's for my friend Boris.
Yes.
Hi, what do you do about customer support and how do you do that?
It's all via email. If you need to return it, we've got all the materials on the web. You just put it, the envelope in, you send it to us. We'll give you the full refund, or you process the alterations online. We just have very active feedback. Put in a contact, and we'll get back to you in 24 hours.
And another question, who's financing you?
We did a first round of financing back in March. We did an angel round, and we got the CEO, CFO, and COO of 8 books to invest in us. And,
All the Germans.
Yes, but they're the second largest bookseller
Deutsche.
on the web and the 70th largest company on the web, period. And then
Sehr
right now
gut.
we're currently going through a second round. We've raised $250,000 and we're going through Berta, which is an online German media company. So,
Sehr gut. Prima, toll.
If you don't have any more time for questions, please catch up with IndoChino
but
afterwards.
yes,